Have you ever think about, why am I here? And you looking at your job, you're looking at your space, and you're like, I'm just tired and I just want to be promoted already. So I want to talk to you today about why we are feeling stuck in our current position. Welcome you guys back to my channel, Move in Order. My name is Edwene. If you haven't yet, please like, share, and comment below regarding any ideas, details in regarding to your current position, what you're trying to do, because I definitely want to make sure that you guys are getting all the necessary information in order for you to level up in your current position, or basically grow professionally for a new job. Where we feel stuck, we feel that we're not doing anything, or we're wondering, why am I not being looked at for a current position? But we have to actually look internally in order to figure out why we're not moving at the pace we think we should, why we are not at the place that we feel we should be in this time. So one thing I would say is look at your surroundings. So when you go to work, who are the people that you are surrounding yourself with? Who are the people that you talk to, hang out with? Are these the people that you hang out outside of work as well? So you have to see that, okay, are these people good for me, for my brand? Because remember, when you are being looked at for a promotion, a position, they're looking at you individually as well as people that you surround yourself with. Are these people motivating you? One thing I've learned is I never wanted to be around people that are constantly negative. But let's be real, sometimes you get into those day-to-day functions and then you start negatively talk about your job and what's not going on properly, what they should be doing, and we sit there and agree. We basically nag on the next person because we're like, yeah, that's right, man, they're always doing this, they're always doing that. But you don't know who's paying attention to your conversation. You don't know if that person is really there for you, or if that person is really wanting you to stay where you at because they're comfortable with where they're at. And that's another thing. Are you comfortable? Are you comfortable doing what you're doing every day? And it's okay if you're comfortable, but you have to be also happy about your job. You have to be excited when you come to your job, and you have to look forward to coming to work every day. So if that's not taking place, then you need to understand there's a change that needs to happen. People are not going to say to you, girl, man, you need to really change your attitude, change the way you speak. You won't have that all the time. If you are surrounded by those who are motivators, go-getters, then you will. Because what they're doing is surrounding themselves with other people who are also go-getters and also are movers. Because we don't want to stick around and be around negativity. So when you are around negativity, you become negative. If you don't realize that by now, I don't know what else to tell you. Because you need to realize, if you're negative at work, I'm pretty sure you're bringing that into your personal life, and you're negative to those who you love. I'm saying this because I've been in that situation where it's been frustrating to the point where things are happening to people that should have not gotten a position or gotten promoted, and you're wondering, what? Like, how did this happen? Or you're wondering, why is this particular supervisor or director is in a position that they don't qualify for because of their actions, the way they move, the way they speak, So you definitely want to look into that and then evaluate yourself and figure out, okay, you know what? Am I being too comfortable? Am I liking my position? If I'm comfortable, do I like it? If I like it, am I excited? Am I excited? Am I talking negative as well? So keep in mind that when you talk negative about your position in your job, you're bringing that emotion into yourself, and then you become to not like your job. And it's okay sometimes where there's certain situations, certain things that happen where you don't like your job. You're not going to like your job every day. You're not going to like your job 100%. However, is majority of it like that? Or is majority of it where you do like your job, is just certain tasks or certain things that were said actually makes you feel uncomfortable or upset or frustrated? And it happens every day. But when you tend to learn how to work around it and be able to, you know what, it's okay, I'm able to get this resolved because I'm able to get this done through A, B, and C. So just think about that aspect. Are you comfortable? Are you a go-getter? Are you surrounding yourself with individuals that's also go-getters and movers? Because, and also, when you leave work, do you leave work at work? Or do you leave work and go home with it? And that frustration becomes more than what it needs, because you're frustrated about what happened at work, so you bring that frustration to the loved ones and they get the butt of it, and then they get the anger, and then they get the emotion out of it, and it's not fair. And yes, there's a lot of times there's so much of a demand of your job that is just impossible to just not bring it home because you're just still carrying it. One thing I realize is when that happens, you need to take a moment before you come in. And there's many times where I came home with my job, with the work, with the frustration, and I really brought on that to my family and friends. And that was unfair to them, because it was not their fault that what happened at work got me to that place, you know? So sometimes I would come home, and before I would get into the house, I would sit in my car and just woosah it all. And other times is I would have a conversation with someone who I know also was going through it, but also was a person who would reverse it, where they bring a positivity into it. Like, for example, I have a friend of mine that we used to work at a law firm, and we would be frustrated because every day there was something new that was frustrating us, and it just felt like the work was just piling up. So we would go home, be on the phone, and just talk for about an hour and be frustrated because we just couldn't believe what just happened, or couldn't believe what they're doing now or implementing. And then after that hour, we'd be like, you know what, girl? That's okay. This is not my end all be all. I already know what I'm going to do. My next step is this. This is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to do it. Because then we turned it into a positive. It kind of made you feel better, because then you're like, I have a goal to set, I have a goal to make, and I have a goal that I want to bring forth. So when you take that negative and bring it into a positive, a new perspective is being put in place into your mind, and then your spirit actually changes. So that is a good thing to do, but just don't linger with it for too long. Now I just basically be frustrated, I vent it out for a little bit, and then after that I just basically move on, because I don't want it to hinder the rest of my day. So look into that, see if that would help you. I hope these few little things will allow you to realize, listen, I need to make some changes in my workplace or within myself in order to realize, okay, what am I doing that's not allowing me to be the next person being promoted, when I know I've hit all the points, all bulletins that the job requires, because I'm a good fit. So you're not moving basically because you're being too comfortable, even though you don't like your position. You're not being promoted or moving because you're surrounded by other negativity. You're not being promoted or moving forward because you bring your negativity at home and it still lingers. So you definitely take that into consideration and see what changes that you need to make. Now, you don't have to make those changes all at once. Definitely take it one step at a time. Take one that's the biggest issue, and maybe take that and then flip it and then go to the next. Or take the smallest issue, because that can be easier to make changes, and then go to the next. And you'll realize as you're basically moving along, these kind of intertwining, you'll see a different perspective. And the people that you're surrounding yourself with that are negative will see a change. And then if they don't be excited about the change in you, you know that was not the person that you needed to surround yourself with. That's not your go-getter. That's not your motivator. That's not your confidant, because you don't know who they're going to turn on next. You don't know if they're going to turn on you. Get yourself people who are your accountability. Get people who are going to set you straight and give you the real aspect of what you need to do in order for you to get moving. So I hope you guys will continue to definitely take these in, sit with this, and then make those changes. Again, thank you guys for coming to my channel. Please subscribe, hit the notification button, like, and share. See you next time. Oh, how do we stop?